players, and we're gonna move on to the next game, and this is gonna be a banger, I feel like, because it's a Diamond Division game between Yerand and Lazybear. Oh, here we go. This is the correct one. No?
Yes, please. I believe we do have a draft between those players.
Yes, you need to press update one more time. So, do you want to introduce those players, basically? Why this match is gonna be so interesting, apart from being
Yes,
the highest division?
indeed. I don't think those players are particularly relevant in the current climate of competitive Spy Party, but uh, a little bit further back, and I'm talking like maybe 2-3 years back, in SCL 6, both of them were actually quite on top of SCL at some point in time. Yerand has been on top because he has won first place in Diamond. Lazybear was first because he won the entire league afterwards because of that post-season tournament, the SpyParty Championship, I believe it was called. Their face-to-face matchup in the bracket has ended up in a pretty nice win for Lazybear, a 9-5 scoreline. But here, like any other regular SCL match, they will be playing up to 7, and with a 6-6 tie possible, of course. So yeah, we do have a draft. We do have not quite sure who started penning here.
By my Lazybear is the one that Yerand was the one to pick first. So we are gonna start Tien and Gallery being banned, with balcony and veranda restricts, and as you pointed out, both of those have been picked. Lazybear doubles high rise and single picks balcony, while Yerand doubles ballroom and singles veranda. So a very distinct dichotomy in the picks between the players. Lazybear preferring the small, short venues. I guess, like, you could say
I mean, both players have been known for rather distinct styles back in SCL 6. I believe that Yerand is one of the pathing snipers, at least the old guard of pathing snipers. And Lazybear has been a very frame-focused spy, so I definitely believe that bigger venues, that there are a lot of opportunities to move around and get shot for not moving around correctly enough, will benefit Yerand, and smaller venues will benefit Lazybear's framing.
Yeah,
approach.
Lazybear 10, I think, as well, as one of like his best venues out of all of them. So that ban definitely makes sense, even though it's part 4 of 8. But in any case, I think we're ready to move on. We're gonna start out on ballroom. OP would be happy for that, and Lazybear gonna be starting on the spy side as Oprah, or Red Dress if you prefer. And I think we're ready to go in 3, 2, 1, playing it. I'm interested to see what style they, because both of them aren't exact. I don't think they were. Their last tournament, I think, Cup was Summer Cup 2021 for both of them.
I think that Yerand might have been in Winter Cup. I know that the last place where Lazybear has been competitively is Hexagon Cup, but that doesn't really count, so I think I'll give you that. I'll give you the...
Yeah, and Lazybear, of course. We already have a green flirt in pocket. With Lazybear, I think, is one of the highest green rates. My echo? No. Okay, I thought I heard echo.
I don't believe you are.
I thought I heard me say back a little bit, but I think that's fine. We start green flirt. We are a bit slower again, but maybe we just don't want to rush missions down against Yerand Sniper. Still want to respect the opponent, especially early on.
Oh, and since we have mentioned SMC in our last set when discussing stakes and where those players currently stand, Lazybear, who has just red tested a fingerprint, unfortunately, is grandfathered in and is technically slot number 1 in SMC, for now, at least. We are yet to see if people will agree to participate or how the whole bracket will shake out in the end. But Lazybear is pretty much guaranteed to be in if he wants to be in. Yerand, however, I think does not get in.
Yeah, I don't think Yerand has earned any SMC points.
Banana bread.
We do hit a green banana bread. That lets off a couple lowlights, but otherwise pretty good banana bread.
Yes, indeed.
We are in position to bug, but it's pretty obvious from the sniper sides, and especially, well, in the diamond division, never mind. We just get, dude, just get shots.
In the diamond division, one good banana bread is enough for a sniper who can potentially be rusty. We have mentioned that both of those players haven't played in a while. Can
wanna
just
see
shoot.
what Duke did. I'm gonna look back to the replay. So he has real.
Obviously.
Oh, maybe a bug. Oh, maybe we got credited bug at 144. We walk out on the ambassador, and our Duke's right arm is quite in it, and we just maybe credited bug. I think also we had. Oh, you had center statues, so I think it was just center statues and bug. Plus maybe a credit flirt at the move us at the bookshelf there. Actually, an understandable shot, especially as the A is in conversation. So yeah, not a crazy shot by any means, but unfortunately for your round, a wrong shot, and Lazybear is gonna go up 1-0 quite quickly as we move on to the next game. As Yerand's gonna be picking Disney, and we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Oh,
Whitney Disney, and we are passing by the ambassador right now, but the bug will be guarded and therefore will not be attempted. There's no reason to do that. Disney's hands are notoriously not small.
I notoriously not small. I like I like how we care so deeply about things such as hand sizes. We do pick up a flare for 23%. Yeah, we do. Okay,
The bigger the hand, the bigger the bug animation, the bigger the bug animation, the harder it is to get away with it. Especially in Diamond, where everyone's pretty much as eagle-eyed as they can be. So
yeah, I think especially this division, I think we have quite a lot of, I want to say, All Guard who haven't like played too much recently. So it's currently in Diamond Division, it's Yerand, Lazybear, Ryu, Slappy Davis, and Rav. And out of all of those, I think Rav is the only one that's been super competitively active recently. Well, they did climb all the way from Silver at the start of the season to Diamond. And
I mean,
even
burnout does happen for people,
of course,
right? And SCL is probably the biggest, or rather, at least was the biggest tournament in SpyParty, so there are some people who are just pulled by the appeal of it, so yeah, that makes sense that there are a lot of people who have not been playing the game recently, but they have achieved some high results while they were playing, so let's hope that we will see some of that high level of play right now on our screens.
White banana bread
is going to be a banana bread, yes indeed, and a few lowlights are taken down.
Only one?
In fact, exactly one, yes.
So,
yeah, unfortunate here.
That was definitely more, but also difficult fingerprint found by Yerand. That's pretty big. I think that fingerprint was cooking for quite a while as well, so Lazybear may not be on top of that. Oh, maybe not.
Lazybear may be on top of it.
Indeed. It is Diamond after all.
Speaking of, we do get a 1 inspect, which means that we will need to visit statues one more time, but it doesn't necessarily matter too much because we were at the side statues. However, the bigger issue right now is time, and that white flirt is actually gonna hurt quite a bit because 91 is notably not 100. Ow.
Yes, 91 is not 100. We do teach math in SpyParty casts. We do love math. Speaking of math, 30 seconds and 2 missions still needed. This is gonna be a crash bug. I think we're trying to set up for a reverse drive bug. Oh, we're requesting a drink. This is. I think this is gonna be a purloin. It must be. It is a white
Indeed.
purloin. The fate is clearly seen, and Lazybear is having none of it. Takes the shot and goes up 2-0.
In Iceland?
Just, I think, yeah, just unfortunately that's Flirt not taking just left us with very little options, and unfortunately we do have to take the white purloin and just get shot for it, sadly. And Lazybear is, of course, proficient enough to shoot for.
It's a pretty old saying here, but the biggest problem about those late rushes is the games that preceded them, and yeah, we were just doing a little bit too not enough. Maybe a little bit more progress here or there might have allowed us to get past Lazybear. Speaking of Lazybear, let's see how he will do on this completely random spy, picking up blue suit in our third game of library. Sorry, in our third game of ballroom, shall we?
3, 2, 1, playing it. Wouldn't be much of a library of ballroom, there's only 2 bookshelves. And we go immediate for a white purloin. Oh, are we gonna get noticed though? That's the thing.
Well, Toby is offering, and there's a reject. And he is offering, and there's a reject. And we have gulped already. We are at the statues, and we are being highlighted for those statues. Toby is now offering here, and
Now it's
the
oh, now it's noticed. Okay, let's see what is the response from Yerand, because feel like we kinda missed it.
And that is yet another big thing about SCL 6 Diamond, I believe, in particular, because since everyone has been playing for so long, everyone has a highly
We do request again.
highly specific playstyle, and Yerand's playstyle is pathing. He will take an amount of lowlights, and as longer as the game goes on, the higher the amount of lowlights he will take. So the quicker you make the game go, the easier it will be for you. So Lazybear, just doing a little bit of rushing, doing a nice little bit of progress, 2 inspects, 46% on the seduce and 1 fingerprint, not to mention the purloin already completed.
Yeah, but I'm wondering since Yerand hasn't been completely active too much, I'm wondering how good his pathing etiquette is gonna be. That's the thing. I'm wondering if in this set maybe we're gonna be leveling out the spy. Since Lazybear, I imagine he knows quite a bit of pathing as well, as we do hit another green test for 92%. What do you think? How Rust affects pathing sniping? Is it not too much, or is it very big difference?
I mean, the weird thing about pathing and like behavioralism in general is because it is not hard coded, or at least not hard explained to the players what happens. We are left to theorize, and most of behavioralism, etiquette, and pathing, as it were, are actually based on theories. Those theories tend to evolve over time, and as the theories evolve, the play of people trying to play against it evolves as well. So Yerand might be holding a completely different playbook than Lazybear in this particular case.
Lazybear's playbook would need a seduction target just leaves at the worst time. Would be very nice if our seduction target would make a conversation with a DA, but DA is at statues and is not probably not gonna be available for the rest of the game. And we're just very tight press positions. I don't think it's gonna have to be insta swap. Maybe bug here. It is a reverse bug, but the hand is visible, and we're shot for it.
Ooh.
Yerand goes on the board.
And the patience by Yerand here, just not even trying to fish for twin, not even giving the game away, just staring at a wall.
I don't think we wanted to do a reverse bug here. because you kind of want to hide the arm from the thing. If just to quickly explain, a reverse drive-by bug, reverse bug is basically where you bug with the wrong arm. So instead, in this situation, instead with the right arm or left hand, we will bug with the right arm, and it still takes. But in this case, you probably don't want to do it because the hand is very quite visible to the sniper. So Yerand definitely saw that, and we just get shot for it, sadly for Lazybear, but good for Yerand as Yerand goes up on the board. And it's only one game down, picking up the spy side on general. And
yes, indeed.
we shall
Let's see
start
how
it.
green suit will handle this in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Have to point out that this seduction pairing is really not seen right with me.
What's its right with you? At all, usually.
Well, lavender dress is a pretty good pairing for this.
Fair enough. Of course, general has a notoriously good walking bug animation. It's not super visible, but these players are probably good enough to credit that anyways, as we are in the green bookshelf.
You would know better than not credit a bug from general. You learn pretty quickly to not do that. That's it.
He may, but
Just
he may
gonna
bug.
go. Are we in range? That's fascinating. However, that is also completely on screen.
Banana
Fake
bread.
banana bread into a split.
And we're going for
And
a
a bug!
And
Wow.
I think whoever was it that we bumped into just kind of
And
ruined
doesn't matter.
our perfect path desire. And yes, indeed.
I want to see that bug because that bug was not too bad actually, I think. But I think wide dress here just unfortunately just cog blocks our path here a little bit, and we're going inside of the conversation circle, which AIs typically don't do. I want to see the bug animation. It is seen a little bit, and Yerand gets shot for it, sadly. So 3-1 to Lazybear, going out of his double pick. Oh no, that's Yerand's double pick. And we'll move on to the next venue, which is Lazybear's pick. It is High Rise.
A very one, a very notorious one, because AIs are notoriously really likely to finish on high rise, probably more than other venues even, because you only have to complete 3 missions, and you also get quite an amount of time on the clock as well. So Lazybear will have frame opportunities aplenty if he manages to find any, and knowing his playstyle, there might just be something in store for him. Let's see what the future holds for Disney in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, I want to say, out of High Rise is not the venue I usually see in SCL, at least from the caster side. I don't think it's, of course, like Balcony is being one of the venues not rarely picked, where Lazybear has picked it, so. I want to see what he does on High Rise, actually. I think Ballroom is the most popular venue in SCL thus far.
Everything starts with a mission set, because High Rise is probably one of the only options that we have that actually allows us to pick what we want to complete, or at least want to try to complete. In this particular case, we do have a Purloin bug inspect setup where, well, bug is usually a default mission, but it's inspect which allows the AIs to complete missions, and it's Purloin which allows us to have a get me out of jail / get a green test and frame someone afterwards button.
That's probably a good choice. I think that's usually the best choice. Fingerprints, especially in Diamond level, are tracked to no end. While an AI can complete fingerprints, as we do have a banana, but unfortunately the SDA on the is not in the other conversation, so it's only real from the sniper's perspective. It's only real for the threat conversation. Still nice progress.
I believe the fingerprint versus purloin debate was really based on the setup, because the typical fingerprint setup runs slightly less guests and slightly more
There's a green
time.
purloin in play. Let's see how long the chain is gonna last.
Indeed.
Duke is taking it. Let's see sniper's reaction.
And there's like no reason not to
Okay.
shoot Duke, right? Because we were
It is Duke
for,
shot.
for quite a while. We do have that banana bread, so both of us have completed, technically.
Unfortunately, I don't think the fade was seen. I think there's only us two that's were in the. I want to take a look back a little bit. I think want to see the when it's happened. So yeah, the yeah. So yeah, when we being offered, it's only us two in the chain, and from the sniper's point of view, you just don't see the fade at all here. And you cannot be sure, so it's basically a 50-50 shot, and Yerand sadly picks the wrong one. They both have real and presumably flirt, but just the wrong shot, unfortunately, and Yerand goes down 4-1. As we move on to the
best loss.
Indeed, which is not us. Anyways, we do have Mr. Kane here, picked by Yerand, who would really not like to have this win, because being down 5-1 versus Lazybear doesn't feel good, especially if you want to win. In any case, we shall start. 3, 2, 1, play now.
Kane Gaming. Well, the setup does not change, and yeah, the version with fingerprint being popular on it had a little bit less guests and a little bit more time, so a chance of an AI to complete the mission was actually higher by a sizable margin. Not too sizable, but it's enough of a difference to matter quite in an amount of games.
No progress thus far, small man, which is usually which more and more I see him as a seduction target. I think mainly because you don't want small man to be a bug attempt. Very interesting bug attempt. I almost missed that, but fortunately it doesn't take for Yerand. But I don't think that was credited at all. Look at the instant replay. That was an interesting attempt, but sadly doesn't take for Yerand.
Well, I mean, there's still 2 minutes 30 to play. That's still an entire pub game, to put it into perspective.
True. It's usually easier to track flirts on pub. Not on pub, on high-rise, sorry. There's only a couple of conversation circles.
It should be easier to track flirts on pub because there's a lot more places for people to be left one-on-one. Also, that is an interesting little fake banana bread here. I'm not sure what we were fishing for there, but
we did a real banana bread into another. Oh, there's a white purloin, but the camera is not on us. Oh, the sniper's not seeing it yet. Now it sees. What's the reaction from Lazybear?
Well, Kane does have a drink in hand. And
Kane does.
I do remember Kane picking up that drink recently. Indeed. Actually going to a side statue, I believe, here. So maybe trying to fish for... No, just getting the first flirt. A minute ago we only have 34% flirt. That will be a very painful game, regardless of what we try to finish. Either we finish seduce and just chase Smallman a lot, or we inspect and we get shot for inspect, so... Pretty tight game for Yerand to win, but...
I'm worried about time, that's the thing. Well, we do have time for inspects. I feel like the inspect is just gonna be death. But I feel like there's no other play other than inspects here. Instead we go to the bookcase, which just don't see the value. I think Lazybear is comfortable on the holding this, so far as no one is completing, and Yerand is kind of just wasting time to the shelves.
I mean, we've done everything that we could. We've gotten a banana bread, we've gotten a hot dough. Now we're just waiting for someone to get shot, and considering we are already in the beeps and pretty firmly deep in the beeps,
We just ran out
Lazy
of
will just
time.
wait for OT.
I'm not a big fan of that play, honestly. Just felt. I mean, even if you're gonna get shot, you might as well try to. You might as well try to finish, but
Running out of time is a nice play, but not in terms of the individual game. It's a nice play in terms of the series to show to your opponent that you can, in fact, time out, so there's not that much reason to shoot someone who might potentially be finishing on those beats.
yeah,
That said,
it is. But
Lazybear currently is up 5-1, so Yerand not feeling too good. Thankfully, sniper side universally considered to be the stronger one, so maybe this is the chance to finally start to stage a comeback.
and Lazybear picking up from Yerand's book, picking Kane as well. See if Lazybear is gonna do Kane justice in 3, 2, 1. Play now.
Kane Gaming?
I knew you were gonna say that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I'm gonna not say that next time and you will be very confused.
True. In any case, I feel being slow again. No. Would have probably liked to get a quick flirt with Alice, but maybe feeling that would have been kind of credit. So, not.
I mean, we will need to teach you a little bit more, but for starters, it's not called being slow, it's called not being blindingly fast.
I mean,
There's a
you
difference.
usually. It's really nice to get a flirt off quite quickly, especially. And we do get a flirt off for 34%. And,
But keep in mind that this is still a pub game. We are at 230 right now with 34% on the flirt. And yeah.
indeed it is, but as you said, if the Yerand's a pathing sniper, uh, more and more time being passed is only gonna do Lazybear. I guess that doesn't gonna do Lazybear any favor since more and more party is gonna get low lit. We have 3 low lights already as we go to the side statues for a couple of inspects. The event, oh, just one inspect.
Make it.
Seek is picking up middle statues, so... Oh, we pick up a highlights? I guess for statues. Because all statue goers are getting picked up.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Going for only one inspect is a pretty interesting play on the realm of some metagames, right? Because it's so common for a sniper to pick up 2 inspects and go for the third one later. Then doing the opposite actually becomes kind of AI-like.
Oh, Seek gets low lit. And we do a talk into a talk, white banana bread.
And the stop talk immediately afterwards.
Yeah. This party is so narrowed down, only 4. Oh, it's 3 actually now. And we're the only
Welcome to
home.
Yerand games. This might actually be a stage of a comeback.
Indeed, does not look good for Lazybear. As we do go on to the side statues. This could be death?
This probably should be death. We might have be
Yes,
assumed
you're right.
flirt, as everyone does, and indeed. However, it's not out of the woods yet. Yerand still has to play one more game of High Rise before moving on to his library, I believe.
Indeed, we're gonna have a last game, but just oh, sorry, just to quickly look back through the game from the side. Just so many lowlights being taken, basically for pathing. I think we were done 1 inspect and 34% fraud, and half the party almost got lowlit. So just feel like maybe, especially a faster game, may be good for Lazybear since just bathing style for Yerand. I think he's gone in the groove a little bit, so wouldn't count it out just yet. But in any case, Yerand go picking as Disney again. Let's see how that goes. In 3, 2, 1, play now.
Let's go. So,
I don't think Lazybear is a pathing sniper, at least from what I've seen. Yes,
Lazybear does own the biggest etiquette spreadsheet
true.
around, so, but I generally do not remember much. There is a little bit of an issue about those older players. That it does take a little bit more time to dig for playstyles, to dig for stuff like this, and with behavioralism and etiquette and such shifting around and making quite a bit of progress even since SCL 6 when those guys were last on the peak of the competitive echelon. Um, they might be playing a completely different game no matter what is happening.
Uh, oh, the speaking of fingerprints, actually, I failed to notice immediately. We do have Purloin off and fingerprints on, and unfortunately, we
I
failed the difficult there.
I like this. This is a little bit of a mid-set adaptation, just trying to maybe not cheese your opponent into it, but like kind of tricks them. Because there's nowhere that it says that you have to announce to your opponents that you are changing missions. So going for a cheeky swap, I think it's particularly prevalent on like balcony sets and longer balcony sets in particular, where you change from bug to Berlin and just confuse the hell out of your opponent who
Or
just
if
doesn't
you're
realize
really
what
interesting, you can pick fingerprint there.
I've done it once. It wasn't too good.
I wanted you to say that to remember that. But Yerand again, very okay. Now I can say that it's slow. We have 34% floor and a minute 20 left.
Okay, I'll finally allow it.
Thank you for allowing it.
It's not just the fact that we have 34% flirt, it's also the fact that we have literally nothing else. We don't have any progress on the third mission. And because we lack the very reliable button of Purloin, we need to either find a crash bug at this point or just try and look for some inspects. Both options
We
kinda
are
sucky.
we're doing both flirt and inspects here. But again, 40 seconds left. That's the problem. That it's not guaranteed that the double agent will, as we to pick up a highlight for statues. It's not. It's only one inspect as well. It's just not a guarantee that double agent is gonna be even in conversation. She is now, but a white banana bread. But
Seconds on the clock.
no, I don't think there's any mission completers. That's the thing. And 50 says, I think this is just gonna be another timeout. Unless Lazybear finds a Civ shot, I think that's just
We
gonna be
are
another
doing a
timeout.
hard timeout because now we are in the Beeps territory and the need for Lazybear to actually shoot disappears entirely.
There's a banana bread. There's the flirt, and we run out of time again.
And we're going for a crash back, I presume, but we're doing it just slightly delayed.
Yeah, just 2 timeouts from Yerand. I guess doing it once shows the sniper that you're willing to now. I could definitely see the value, but just doing it twice, I think that's just a little bit sloppy pacing from Yerand. Oh no, just you'd never really want to time out twice in a row, especially in this manner, I guess. I felt that was just planless for quite a long time. I'm not a really big fan of the.
Yerand is currently up against the wall, 2-6 coming out of the doubles. However, we are going into the veranda, which is one of the more famous Yerand maps.
I've been told apparently it's called Yeranda by the community, which
yes, indeed, the legendary Yeranda. You are correct. By the way, what better place to start a comeback than this, as Lazybear is picking up turquoise dress.
Sure.
Sure. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Do you have many names for this character? Any preferable ones? Teal, Mom, Rachel, what else?
As any good spy, Miss R has very different, has an amount of different aliases.
True. All fake, of course.
Indeed. We wouldn't have called the spy by their real name now, would we? That's just egregious. Anyway, we
Oh,
are not opting for any early progress just yet. Instead, preferring to wait for some conversation to happen right next to us.
Veranda. Oh, Veranda for Yerand. Well, I haven't seen. I'll be honest. I haven't seen too much Yerand play, but the fact it's a big venue where lots of pathing is occurring, and right from the start we have 3 lowlights out of the blue, and we only have one fingerprint to show for it. It's. I feel it really feels like this is a year-end favorite map just from the style alone.
Well, there goes the fourth.
How many pathing lowlights is Yerand gonna take?
Enough or not enough?
True.
There's only 2 options.
As we do back up for 27%. Don't go for Purloin. Think smartly so.
I mean, there's no reason to commit Hartles just yet, right?
Yeah, especially. But maybe, of course not yet, but I think Rush could be a possibility.
The only one I can think of is a swift and inevitable march of time, because we are going for a green animation transfer
It
on
is.
the microfilm on the green book with a green-ish dress, so looking pretty good for Miss Turquoise here.
Yes, turquoise is kind of a mix between green and bluish, but we feel like we wanted to squeeze into that conversation, but just couldn't.
That could either be very Irish or just a very spy-like thing.
We aren't credited for lowlight, so Kane
like
is credited, interestingly
the
enough.
fact that once you've realized that it's looking dumb, that you just commit into making it even more dumb, on the off chance that the sniper believes it's an AI play.
Yeah, you could. Oh, sorry, excuse me for the on. Yeah, you could say that there's no way a spy would do that intentionally, right? As we do go for a green time at, which a spy would definitely do intentionally.
A spy would never time it intentionally. Spies always do it by accident.
Sure, let's call it that.
Oops, I slipped and fell on my clock 14 times.
Yeah, and all of those 14 times were green tests as well. Okay, now Lazybear is taking up, I guess, a page from Yerand's book and playing it very, very slow. Not sure how it favors Lazybear, though we are walking around quite a bit. Doesn't.
I mean, you have been saying very slow, and yes, indeed, I think we are starting to hit the time where we really need to commit to a late rush there with 27% on the flirt, which means that we need 2 more flirts. 1 extra fingerprint needed to complete that mission, and also that second animation transfer not completed yet, and considering that one's gonna be harder. That's a lot of very scary things for
We're gonna need to add more time. I think Lazybear agrees. We are adding time. It is a green time at. Are we gonna do another one? No, not yet.
Naturally, a green time ad for a greenish dress.
Do you think if you pick teal, your green never mind. I was. Yerand does notice the green time at, and we just get shot. With half a party lowlit just from pathing alone. That sounds typical for Yerand, I guess, for Yerand. Yeah.
So, Speaking of mom, here we have her picked up as the spy yet again.
Oh my god, yeah.
Let's see if Yerand will change the fortunes around, and it actually is gonna be a comeback in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
You picked up straight to the next game. I've barely had time to switch. Going all out, it seems.
Yes, indeed, I'm just gonna be forceful like that.
Wow. 47% for the immediate stop talk. I guess we just don't want to be seen talking like at all.
If it makes you feel better, the next two venues are gonna be balcony.
No,
So if we're gonna
it
get
doesn't.
there, we are free to take as much
Banana
time as
bread.
we can with those.
I don't feel better. I'll be honest. I don't feel better about balcony being picked.
But balcony is such a good frame venue.
Frame venue? Do you mean? Yes.
I mean, frame venue.
Fair enough, if you say so. Speaking of, Yerand is actually doing missions earlier on. We do have a contact, and we do have 47% flirt. There is another flirt. This time it's a white for 78%, but still good flirt progress. 3 minutes where to go. We're definitely on pace.
Means that's more progress than the entire last game.
Uh,
If we don't count the last 5 seconds.
yeah, agreed. Ambassador's just walking by. Are we gonna go? No, we're not going for a bug. Lazybear is very committed on watching it.
But we are gonna go for a
It's
purloin,
another
and
white
that,
purloin.
unfortunately, is a white.
Oh, what? Oh.
Does he see?
This,
Does he notice? Not yet, seemingly. However, the fact that Veranda is a 5 out of 8 means that Yerand will need to do another hot pal at some point.
Let's see.
That is where Lazybear gets a chance to
it's a
confirm our suspicions.
that animation break was definitely on screen, but not shot. Meanwhile, we do have a red book in hand.
I mean, breaking animations is not necessarily a hot tell, right? So it definitely does give you some extra suspicion.
True.
If you notice it and you know what you're looking for, but you won't shoot just for it, because there's ways that the AI can animation break. Starting with the person walked into a conversation on the other side of the venue, so now I have to rethink what my entire life. Why am I here just to suffer? Moving on to a simple mistake. So
Are we set? I think we're setting up for a book. Oh no, we have the red book. I thought we had the green book and we're gonna dump it to green and immediately go back to the conversation, but it doesn't seem.
I mean,
to
we
be playing.
have set up for taking out the book out of red and going into the conversation, and now we're just gonna do that with green. Is gonna be the angle that I'm approaching this from.
I don't feel we're gonna try bug here. It was maybe tempting before Twin joined, but not now. And especially Lazybear is keeping an eye on Ambassador at all times. Minute left, so we are starting to get fingerprints. It could be a cool finish with transfer, and we pick up a book again at green, and finish fingerprint out there. If that's what we're gonna do.
Would we smudge the prints that way?
No, think so. Let's see. We do transfer and do pick up a book immediately.
And that's our mission win countdown.
It is a clean
7,
fingerprint.
6. And we actually get a shot at the NPC,
Disney,
but the target is unfortunately incorrect.
It's a pretty cool. It's a pretty cool way to finish, honestly.
Yeah, it's definitely a rather smart way to play.
Yeah, what? Disney picking up fingerprint up. Maybe just a late purloin notice, and Disney being one of the main suspects there. But in any case, we're going to balcony. We are going to the final venue, and
Hooray!
everyone loves balcony except the ones who have to play it and cast
And
it.
like literally half the competitive scene, but I love balcony. I love refrigerators. Either way, Lazybear versus Yerand. Yerand needs to sweep this venue to get a draw out of this. Lazybear needs one game to actually finish the set and go to sleep or something. Lazybear is gonna pick up pink suit. And let's see how the game shall go in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, just we go immediate flirt for 51%. I mean, if you are very good with your green rates, just
And we got the stop talk without even being noticed. That's huge.
that is very huge.
Throughout the entire
White
cavalcade
contact
of
though.
lights that happened here, the light only now comes onto us.
Yeah,
It
that
is
was
a white banana bread highlight, but that might mean that Yerand does not have that first flirt, which means that the second flirt might just be the killer.
Yeah, but we need a green test though. I was gonna say if we had a 3 flirt, a 3 green game is almost impossible to shoot. You have to credit so much, and there's another green.
A green test for green suit. It was not a 3 green game because we whited the banana bread, but our first stock was not noticed, so we shall get away with this one, even though our seduction target pairing is not the best, but I'm not going to talk about this when I have to congratulate Lazybear.
Indeed, we have to congratulate Lazybear. That's I think that first talk immediately, not stop talk, set us up so well. For if not noticed, we just green footed and immediately stop talk. So oh no, we don't immediately stop talk. We talk for a little bit and stop talk a little bit later. But Yerand didn't seem to notice, and that'll be unfortunately a downfall for Yerand. And Lazybear is gonna take down one of the monsters in platinum of diamond. Sorry. 3 to go. And I'm gonna keep an eye out for the match versus Roth. I think that's
oh boy,
that's gonna be a very, very interesting match. Both, and actually Yerand versus Roth, because those two snipers are very different style of play. Yerand being a pather and being a pathing sniper, while Roth is heavily camper with a little bit of the behavioralist. So honestly, every single diamond game is gonna be interesting, and we shall bring them to you. But for now, SCL, this cast is coming to a close. Thank you very much for watching. This has been SpyParty. If you've enjoyed the game, if you like what you saw, it's like, hey, I would like to play that as well, you can. You can buy the game either on SpyParty.com or in the Steam Early Access. I would highly recommend joining the Discord, SpyParty Discord, discord.gg/SpyParty. There's a lot of friendly faces there, and they will help you on your SpyParty journey. And with that said, I think we're done. I thank you, Josh, for being here, and thank you for watching. And until next time, fare thee well.